Omar was working in Italy with an Italian mafia crew dealing coke, hash, until he found an opening to grab 500 million centimes from the mafia and bolt back to Morocco. But you know how they say, the past never dies. He lived his life in Morocco, invested his money, but out of nowhere the mafia was going to show up in Morocco looking for him, and some crazy stuff was about to go down that Omar never saw coming. Today's story is all about how Omar got caught up in some serious trouble and how the mafia came looking for him. This episode's going to be good because the ending's wild, especially since a huge surprise is waiting for Omar. God's got something planned for him, so stick with me on this one, 'cause you're about to hear stuff that'll blow your mind if it's your first time hearing it. If you haven't hit like yet, go ahead and do it now. God bless. So back in the summer of 2000, Omar was working with his uncle in a butcher shop, always trying to save up some cash so he could get out of Beni Mellal, out of Kasbat, Tadla, and go finish his studies. One day, a woman walks in with a girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, clearly not Moroccan. The woman asks Omar for a kilo of meat. While he's cutting it, he can't stop staring at the blonde girl. She notices smiles, and he smiles back, thinking to himself, damn, she's into me. Once he hands them their change, he can't stop thinking about this girl. Where's she from? First time seeing her in the neighborhood, first time she's ever walked into the shop. He's like, hopefully she comes back so I can see her again. Sure enough, that evening she shows up again with the same girl. This time Omar asks the woman, "Who's that with you?" She says, "That's my cousin, just got here from France." He asks her name. Sara. He asks if she's Moroccan. Yeah, she's Moroccan. And he starts chatting with her, forgetting about work completely. He asks around, finds out where Sara lives, and starts watching for her to come out. He sees her leaving with her dad, her siblings, the whole family, in a car with French plates. They lock eyes, she smiles, he smiles back. Day after day, this goes on until one day he tells her cousin straight up, "Your cousin needs to know I'm into her." The cousin goes and tells Sara, comes back and says Sara wants to meet up somewhere private that evening. He goes to meet her, and she tells him she's 16. He says, "You look older, like 18 or 19. That's just how God made you." And tells her he's 19, still in school, helping his uncle at the shop. They start meeting up every night, nobody catching on. One day Omar's like, "Why don't we just go travel together?" She agrees. They plan it. Next morning they're heading to Marrakech for 3 days. Omar goes to his uncle's, grabs some cash, stuffs it in his pocket. Aim. Sara shows up with a bag, says, let's go, let's go, let's go. They jump in a taxi and take off, and thinking they're about to live it up in Marrakech. 24 hours later, her dad starts asking about her, finds out his niece was hanging out with some guy named Omar. They go looking for him, nowhere to be found. They call the cops, say some guy kidnapped their daughter. Cops start their investigation. Meanwhile, Omar and Sara are out here living their best life in Marrakech, running around together, having a blast. 3 days pass. They head back. He drops her off in front of her house. As Omar's about to leave, her dad and uncle show up, grab him, throw him in that same car, and just start beating him. Beat him down bad. Broke his leg with a stick. before dragging him to his uncle's place. Then the cops show up, arrest him, take him to the station. They tell him, "You're being charged with corrupting a minor and kidnapping." He's like, "She came with me willingly." The officer says, "Listen, this conversation's over. You're the older one, you led a minor astray, and we're going to run tests to see if you assaulted her or not." He's like, "How could I have assaulted her? I'm just my uncle's employee, still in school." Bottom line, the court sentenced him to 3 years for corrupting a minor, and Sara herself testified against him, saying he assaulted her. Off to prison he goes, 19 years old, first time ever being locked up, full of ambition, dreams of doing big things. Now he's got to figure out how to survive in there, find his footing, learn the ropes, avoid getting messed with. At first he thought prison was just prison. But slowly he realized it's a whole world. Scammers, killers, innocent people locked up wrongly, thieves, basically every kind of person, victim and victimizer both, all mixed together. Then he meets this older guy with a big beard, real composed, speaks with weight behind every word. This guy takes a liking to Omar, starts teaching him things, telling him stories. Omar learns his name's Haj Salam, locked up for fraud and scams. This guy starts telling him all about his scam techniques, how he'd gotten out of tons of trouble, how many people he knew, all his connections. He tells Omar about this scheme he invented, pretending to be a spiritual healer, convincing women who believe in sorcery to hand over 1, 2, 3 million. Talks about all the traps he'd set for people chasing buried treasure. Tells him how he got into this whole world, how he even became a respected sheikh at a religious lodge somewhere in Morocco that people came to for blessings. Omar starts spending a lot of time with him. Haj Salam tells him, "Look, once you're out, I got you. We'll figure things out together so you're set." Omar starts trusting him completely, not because the guy's scheming on him, but because he's older and genuinely looking out for him, bringing him snacks, food from home, clothes, treating him like a son. Eventually Omar finishes his sentence and gets out. Haj Salam finishes his too, heads to Casablanca. Omar goes back to his hometown to his parents, but all he finds is problems, stress, headaches. His parents can't even handle the drama anymore. Omar starts thinking about al-Harik, illegal immigration, because back then everyone in Beni Mellal and Kasbat Tadler was obsessed with going to Italy. People would show up with fancy cars, get married, live large. He figures the only way out of this misery is to escape. But first, he needs to go to Italy or France to get revenge on Sara. Sara's still stuck in his head. She wronged him, lied about him, put him behind bars. He's like, "I need to settle this score first, then do something big with my life." The only person he's got is Haj Salam, who'd given him a landline number to stay in touch. He calls, "Salam alaikum, how you doing? Hey son, who's this?" It's Omar. Omar who? The kid who was with you in prison. The one who still looked like a baby face. You used to tease me about not growing a beard yet. "Oh yeah, I remember you now. How you doing? Where you at?" Omar tells him, "Haj, I'm back home. Things are rough, no school, no job. Even my uncle won't talk to me anymore." Haj asks, "You want me to help you?" Omar says, "Yeah." Find me someone who can get me across. God bless your parents. Hajj gives him an address in Casablanca. Come see me, it'll work out. Omar packs his bag, grabs the paper with the address, heads to Casablanca, going block by block until he finds Hajj Salam's place. First he asks around for Hajj Salam. People are confused. Who? The fakie. Eventually someone points him to the right house. He knocks. A woman answers. Is Hajj Salam here? Oh, you mean Sidi Salam, the faqih? He's at afternoon prayer. Be back soon. Omar waits outside, and here comes this man walking up with a cane, wearing a jalaba, long beard, eyes lined with kohl. He stops, looks at Omar. I'm Omar. I was with you in prison. Ah, welcome. How you doing? Healthy? You want to go to Europe? Huh? They go inside. Have some tea in the living room. Hajj Salam says, listen, trust me, I'm going to get you to France. No boat, no risky crossing, nothing dangerous. You'll go in style, close your eyes and open them in France. Omar kisses his hands. God bless your parents. Hajj says, but first I need your help with something. It'll be worth it for both of us. They have dinner, chat. Omar sleeps on it. Next morning they head to a cafe. Hajj Salam pulls out a pen and paper. Listen, there's a guy in Sidi Yahya El Garb, owns big farms, has cattle, decent money. I want to hit him for 30, 40 million. But I need your help. Listen carefully. Your job is simple. You go stand in front of his farm. Act like you're having some kind of fit, like you're possessed, cursed. Something's wrong with you. If the security guard comes, tell him you need to talk to the farm owner. When the owner shows up, you tell him this land has the smell of blood. There's a spirit buried here, or something valuable that important people want back. That's the setup. You play the part of someone who's touched, talking in this mystical rhyme-why way. They agree. The two of them head to Sidi Yahya El Garb to scope out the farm. They find a spot near a tree, bury a fake gold-looking package wrapped up nicely, mark the spot so they can find it later, then head off. Hajj Salam says, I'll be staying nearby in the village. Call me when things move. Omar goes and starts his act in front of the farm, twitching, falling down, playing possessed. The security guard runs up. Hey, get out of here. If the boss sees you, he'll mess you up. Omar says, the farm owner. He's not here, he's in the city, Sidi Kasem. No problem. I'll wait. There's something here, either blood or something that'll make someone rich. Eventually the farm owner rolls up in his big Land Cruiser, sees Omar. Who's this weirdo standing here? The guard says, who's saying there's something here, blood or something valuable. The owner gets out. You crazy or something, get out of here! Omar goes, I'm not crazy, I'm blessed, touched by the saints. Starts throwing out names of local saints. Sidi Yahya, Sidi this, Sidi that. The farm owner, half scared now, asks, so what is it exactly? Omar says, I'm not the one who can tell you. There's only one guy in all of Morocco who can handle this properly. Sheikh Mubarak. He specializes in finding treasures, finding blood spots, finding everything. If there's blood here, he'll tell you exactly where. If there's treasure, he'll find it too. Farm owner says, no problem, go get him. Omar runs off, calls Hajj Salam, who comes and greets the farm owner, all formal, like starts reciting stuff over his head. You're blessed. But is it a blessing for this world or the next? Keeps talking mystical nonsense, then says, straight up, you don't have blood here, you've got wealth, enough to provide for you and your family till Judgment Day. How? There's treasure buried here for you. They head to the grove, stand by that tree. Haj Salam starts reciting fake incantations, tells Omar, dig here, dig here. Omar starts digging with his hands. Right when he's about to pull up the fake gold, Haj Salam suddenly panics. No, no. Don't touch it! Don't touch it! Cover it back up, cover the sand back up. If we mess this up, spirits will scatter us to some place we'll regret forever. Then he tells the farm owner, this is a tough one, needs serious rituals, needs a lot done. The farm owner slaughters a sheep for them. They sit down to eat. Haj Salam plays the religious scholar role perfectly. He says, look, I'll be straight with you. I can get you 30 million from this spot, but you got to let me extract the treasure. The farm owner, practically drooling, jumps up. That's MY land. You're offering me 30-40 million for MYOWN gold that comes out of MYOWN land. No way, that's not enough. Haj Salam says, fine, 40 million then, but let me get the treasure out. God bless your parents. This is hard work, expensive too. I need incense from India, stuff from Send. Keeps going back and forth. Omar's watching this whole con play out, mind blown at how smoothly this guy operates. Eventually the farm owner, greedy as hell, says, let's split it 50-50 instead. Haj Salam's like, deal, that's exactly what I wanted. But the incense and supplies from India and Sind, we got to pay for that up front. How much? 60 million. Where do I even get that stuff? It's in the UAE. I know a guy who sells it. I'll give you his contact. Go buy it. But the farm owner's cautious. No way. I'm known in this tribe. Can't be seen doing shady stuff. Just take the money and handle it yourself. So he runs to his safe, pulls out 30 million, hands it to Haj Salam, the faqih, who stuffs it in a bag. All right, we meet again next Friday midnight. Deal? Omar's watching this whole drama unfold, trying not to burst out laughing at how convincingly this guy talks. Total professional scammer. Could sell you your own gold and have you thank him for it. They take the cash, hop in a taxi, head to a spot with grilled meat, 50 dirhams of meat here, 100 dirhams of cutlets there, 150 dirhams of liver. Feasting like kings. Omar's cracking up internally, thinking, this guy's not human, he's something else. Back in Casablanca, Haj Salam gives him a shower, then says, "Here's 3,000 euros. That's yours. Tomorrow we're going to see a friend of mine who's got a shipping company, ships furniture, dates, Moroccan living room sets, drums, ship stuff to France, Italy. He'll get you to France in a carpet." Omar's like, "Wait, carpet?" "Yeah, you'll travel rolled up in a carpet, I'm serious." Omar takes the 3,000 euros, pockets it, and they go meet the guy. The guy checks Omar out. Since Omar's pale, no beard yet, kind of skinny, built, looks about 18, says, "Perfect. He'll fit in a big carpet. Here's how it works." He tells Omar, buy an oxygen tank, bring a 5-litre water bottle, bring dates, almonds, cocoa, chickpeas, whatever you can, 'cause customs might hold the shipment for 2 or 3 days, and only God knows how long you'll be in there. Omar agrees. Following week, he shows up with his bag full of almonds, cocoa water, and a small oxygen canister. They roll him up inside the carpet, seal it with tape. They reach the port of Tangier, wait in line. Customs comes through, starts inspecting things, but this guy's clearly paying people off because they check a few boxes, find some spices, some fabric, and just wave the shipment through without digging deeper. Omar reaches the ferry, feels the vehicle shaking, realizes they're crossing the sea, starts thanking God. Alhamdulillah, I'm finally getting out of this country. They reach Tarifa, Spain, drive for a few more hours, arrive somewhere. The guy pulls over, opens the door, cuts the tape. Breathe, you're good, we're basically in France now. They arrive in France, pull into a garage, unload. The van backs into the garage. Guy tells Omar, get out. He goes to the bathroom, washes up, packs his stuff, changes into fresh clothes. The guy tells him, first thing, stay away from other Moroccans, go to a hotel, sleep, keep quiet, don't talk to anyone, especially since the hotels I'm sending you to have a lot of Africans. It's not a big deal, just lay low. Omar checks into a hotel there. Omar starts hanging around this area. Turns out it's Marseille. The guy told him, don't hang out with Arabs. But of course, day one, Omar goes down, sits in a cafe, opens his ears, and there's Moroccans, Algerians, Tunisians talking. He jumps into the conversation. I just got here. And they start giving him advice. Go work for this guy. I'll hook you up with someone. Someone takes him to a guy who does produce. Delivers vegetables to supermarkets. Gets paid, moves on. They tell him, we'll send you to work with this young guy. He ends up working with a Tunisian guy, riding around in a delivery van, dropping off produce, getting paid, repeat. Meanwhile, that 3,000 euros is running out fast. He's staying in a hotel, still hasn't found permanent housing. Slowly, he starts working. About 4 months pass in France. The other guys tell him, look, your face still looks young. Try going to a shelter, or figure out fake documents, live a normal life. He realizes he could actually survive on fake papers, so he goes to see a guy in Marseille who forges documents, gets him a fake student ID, a fake shelter residency card, gives him some cash too, tells him, if the cops ever stop you, stay calm, talk to them normally, don't panic. During those 4 months in Marseille, Omar keeps thinking about Sara. She told him once she lived in Bordeaux, or a small town near Bordeaux called Agen, living with her father. He thinks to himself, why not go to Agen and get revenge on her? She ruined my life, put me in prison, broke my heart. He heads to Agen and finds work here and there, moving from job to job, careful about cops, checking his fake ID. One day he's sitting in a cafe and spots Sara's dad walking to his car. He nudges his buddy. Follow that car, follow it! His friend's got a motorcycle. They chase the car, follow it all the way to a house. His buddy says, okay, that's it, thanks, and heads off. But Omar stays, watching the house, waiting for Sara to come out. He waits for hours. Her siblings come out. Her mom comes out. But no Sara. He comes back the next day, same thing. This goes on for about 15 days, him watching that house, no sign of her. Eventually he asks his friend, hey, I think my cousin lives around here. Can you ask someone about her family? His friend goes and asks around, comes back. Actually, she hasn't lived with her parents in like 2 years. She moved out, either to Belgium or Italy. She always shows up in a black car with Italian plates, meaning she's probably living in Italy now. Omar realizes Sara's no longer under her parents' roof. Makes sense? She was 16 back then. Now 3 years later she's 19, an adult, can do whatever she wants. He starts figuring out how to track her down. One day, standing outside that house, a black car pulls up. "Sara gets out!" Omar's like, finally, found her. He waits about 3 more weeks watching until one day she comes out to move the car, parks it, gets back in right as Omar runs up and jumps in the passenger seat. "You remember me?" he asks. She goes pale, Omar. "Hey, you good?" he says. "Good now at hand, just good. You're the reason I did THREAS in prison. I haven't forgotten what you did." She starts pleading. "Listen, you need to understand, hear me out." He says, "There's nothing to understand. You're moving this car right now, or we're both dying in it." She starts explaining, crying. "Listen, God bless your parents, just hear me out. That day we ran away together. I really did like you, for real. I even threatened to kill myself if they filed charges against you. But my dad told me if I said I went with you willingly, I'd be considered an accomplice. I'd go to prison too. And I was terrified, still just a kid. So I told them you forced me, kidnapped me. I swear to God I never wanted to hurt you like that. And I'm ready to make it up to you now. I'll help you. I'll stand by you." Omar starts softening a bit. "How exactly are you going to help me?" "You want to go to Italy? I'll help you find work there, or in France, whatever you need. I got you." He agrees, goes with her to Italy, moves into her apartment. Turns out she's actually doing well for herself, has proper residency papers, everything legit and professional. She tells him, "This is your room, bathroom's there, kitchen's there, take whatever you need." But she keeps going out, barely home in the evenings, sits with him briefly, then leaves again. He waits around, tries to find work. Then one Saturday she tells him, "Omar, get dressed nice. I'm taking you somewhere important. If they like you, you could make millions." Omar puts on a shirt, cologne, looks the part. Light-skinned, small build, could pass for Italian. He rides with Sara. "We're going to see a Polish guy. Friend of mine deals in cocaine, buying and selling. He's got an opening. We could make real money. Just act smart. Make a good impression so he brings you in." They drive to this big villa. 2 guys standing guard outside greet them. She parks. They head inside to a lounge area. She greets the Polish guy with a suspiciously warm hello. Introduces Omar. "This is my friend. I told you about him." They sit down, cocaine and drinks come out. Everyone's laughing, having a good time. At some point the Polish guy and Sara disappear from the table together. Omar starts doing coke, getting into it, while the other guys and girls around are laughing at him behind his back, basically getting him hooked and setting him up. By 11 a.m. the next morning, Omar wakes up passed out in the lounge, completely alone, nobody in the villa. Downstairs there's a pool. Upstairs he looks out. The car's gone. He calls a taxi, heads back to the apartment, crashes, sleeps more. He wakes up, tries calling Sara. No answer. By 11 p.m. she finally comes home. "Where were you?" I had errands to run. Then she says, listen, I talked to that Polish guy, or you're going to work with him. Tomorrow at 10 p.m. he'll explain everything. Next night, they go meet the Polish mafia guide. His name's Mohammed. He explains the deal. You're a fresh face. I want you distributing product to clients around here. How much do I get? Or 1,000 euros. Some days you'll move product to 4 clients. Some days just 2, but the quantities are serious. We're talking 10, 12 kilos at a time. Omar realizes if he gets caught, that's 20 years in prison. But he's already in deep, starts working with him. He asks Sara to help him get fake documents, a student ID, a bus pass, shelter registration. She hooks him up, and he starts. He gets the product, packs it in his bag, rides the bus like a normal person, delivers to clients, comes back. Same routine over and over. One day he's delivering 6 kilos to a guy in an Italian neighborhood. He's on guard, being careful, and suddenly a car pulls up. Someone shoots him in the leg. Omar goes down but manages to grab his bag, and the shooter's car speeds off. Lying there bleeding, he first thinks his leg's completely gone. But somehow adrenaline kicks in. He realizes it's just a graze, a chunk of flesh missing from the side. He starts bleeding, manages to hitchhike back to Sara's place. She patches him up. Thankfully, the bullet didn't hit bone. She takes him to the Polish guy, who initially doesn't believe him, thinks he's lying about losing the product, and they start beating him, trying to force a confession about where the drugs went. Eventually, they realize Omar's actually innocent. Someone else set up the ambush and robbed him. They'd been targeting his shipments before, too. The Polish guy starts trusting Omar more after this, keeps giving him product to distribute. Omar realizes he now has enough saved up to actually buy product outright from the Polish guy and sell it himself for profit. He tells Sara his plan. She warns him, these people are dangerous. If they front you product, you AAV to pay them back. He says, don't worry, just vouch for me. Tell him I want 20 kilos, I'll pay it off. She's like, are you crazy? 20 kilos would run you 120, 130 million. Start with 2 or 3 kilos, I'll vouch for that much. He agrees, starts moving smaller quantities, tracking down other Moroccan, Algerian, Tunisian networks to distribute to. This guy gets 400 grams, that guy gets 300 grams, another gets 100 grams. Every 15 days he collects the cash, goes back to the Polish supplier, restocks. Omar starts scaling up, moving bigger quantities, pulling in 100, 150 million at a time, running things smoothly. Clients start coming to him directly. His reputation grows. Eventually he proposes to Sara that they get married. It's been 2.5 years since he's seen his parents. He needs to go visit them. She agrees. He gives her a chunk of cash to arrange a fake marriage for paperwork purposes, and that's exactly what they do. Get the documents sorted. That summer, Omar heads back to Morocco with 120 million in hand, shows up at his parents' place in his hometown, knocks on the door. His mom answers, hugs him, crying. Dad's crying too. Omar pulls out cash to help his family, but deep down, his dad senses something's off. Nobody from the Moroccan community abroad comes back after 2 years with 150 million completely clean. The dad just feels it in his gut. Even without saying anything, Omar starts splitting his time. going to Tangier, casinos in Agadir, casinos in El Jadida, spending, partying, laughing, living it up. He starts messing around with women too, promising marriage he has no intention of keeping, all during this fake 30-day vacation he'd made up. Eventually he heads back to Italy. Business keeps growing. He's about to hit 500 million centimes in profit. Now Omar's thinking to himself, how do I get this money into Morocco and disappear for good? First, I'm not giving this money to the Polish guy. Second, I'm not going back to my hometown. I'll start fresh somewhere new. He finds a guy who specializes in smuggling money into Morocco, gives him his cut, arranges everything. Meanwhile, the Polish guy keeps calling him, pressuring him about pending payments. Some guys still haven't paid me. I'm getting impatient. Omar just stalls him. The night he plans to disappear, he tells Sara he's going to France to see a friend. Instead, that same night he flees to Morocco, lands in Spain, catches a flight to Casablanca. From Casablanca, he heads to his hometown, greets his mom and dad, tells them, "Listen, I'm actually back in Morocco now, but if anyone asks, anyone at all, tell them I'm still in Italy. Don't tell anyone I'm here." His dad, worried, asks what's going on, but Omar brushes it off. He moves to Marrakech, opens a cafe with the 500 million, starts focusing entirely on running his business. Thank God, things are going well. He starts trying to turn his life around, going to the mosque, praying, surrounding himself with good people at the cafe instead of the old crowd. He starts looking for a wife, finds a woman, sister of one of his friends, marries her, settles down, starts dreaming of a normal married life. And wouldn't you know it? The same week she tells him she's pregnant. The very next morning, a white car pulls up outside his house with an Italian license plate. Omar thinks to himself, probably just some Moroccan expat visiting. Turns out, the person in that car was actually taking photos of Omar to send back to the people looking for him. About 4 months later, people start showing up, asking around about Omar, where he is, what cafe he runs. Unfortunately, this time they go straight to his house, grab his wife, and grab his son, who at that point is only 3 months old. Omar's sitting with some clients at the cafe when his phone rings. An Italian number, video call. He steps away to the counter, answers. First thing he sees on screen is Sara's face. "Did I get you or did I not get you?" she says. "What do you mean, get me? What is this? What's going on between us?" she says. "Listen, your wife and your kid are with me right now. You've got 2 choices. Either you bring me back my 500 million, or I make sure they disappear. I'm in Italy right now. 2 options." Then the camera pans. The Polish guy's there, too, cursing him out in Italian, threatening him. "We're going to torture you. We're going to make the rest of your life hell." Omar, panicking, goes straight to check on his wife. Turns out someone had grabbed her from home. She's confused. "Some people took me. I don't know what's happening." He asks, "Did they hurt you?" "No, they didn't touch me. They just fed us and kept us together with the baby." Thank God. First thing Omar thinks, he needs to find a broker to sell off the cafe fast. This guy offers 400 million. That guy offers 500. Another offers 300. Eventually, he sells the cafe for 480 million. Plus, he's got another 20 million saved up in the bank. Real quick, he calls Sara, tells her he's got the money. She tells him, someone's going to come to your place with a car, pick up the money, and then bring your wife and kid to you. Sure enough, he hands over the cash, and a car shows up, drops off his wife and son. Omar runs to them, hugging his son, crying, telling his wife not to worry. She says, they didn't hurt us at all. But YOU put us through this. His wife takes a share of the money, locks it away safely. Omar knows it's time to come clean. He gathers his in-laws and his own family, sits them down. Look, this money I brought, I earned it through haram means illegally. This is my wife. I'm ready to fight to keep this marriage. I don't want a divorce. If she wants one, I understand, but I don't want to leave her. Whatever you all decide is fine with me. The families talk it through and suggest, you've still got your European papers. Go back to Europe, work an honest job. Nobody there knows you. Nobody knows your past except God, who already knows everything. Go rebuild your life properly. Omar goes off, sorts himself out, realizes he's got no real problems left. Not in Europe, not in Morocco. He flies out, goes to stay with a friend in France. Sits down with him, and this friend tells him straight up, bro, from day one, I knew you were caught up in something illegal. Out here in Europe, anyone doing haram stuff. Eventually it catches up with them. Doesn't matter if it's $30 million, $40 million, that's dirty money, and one day it'll turn on you, and nobody will be there to save you. His friend takes him under his wing, teaches him a legit trade, poultry farming, buying certain breeds of eggs, raising them, either selling the eggs or selling the birds for meat. This friend's actually built a massive operation, like 9,000 chickens, different breeds, Mexican, German, French, each section specialized. Omar gets genuinely into it, starts buying eggs, finding clients who want to hatch their own or want bulk local eggs. Slowly, he builds his own thing, eventually starts his own company. Omar rents farmland in Thlos, sets up coops, pours in all the money he's saved, buys about 5,000 chickens of the best breeds. His business starts growing steadily. He builds a client base and at the same time keeps learning from his buddy. Until, thank God, he's delivering local eggs to cities all across France, plus helping anyone who wants to start their own poultry farm get set up from scratch. About a year and a half later in France, things settle down between him and his wife. He brings her over to France, and to this day they're living there, and thank God, things are going well for them. The message from today's story is for all the young guys out there struggling, the ones without papers, the ones dreaming of going to Europe, whether they've got the documents or not, or even the ones already living there. God willing, may you earn 1 dirham honestly and grow it slowly. God will bless it. Rather than earning 100 million the dirty way, deep down, your gut always knows the day of reckoning is coming. Honestly, just ask anyone who earns their living honestly. When they go to sleep, they sleep peacefully, snoring away without a worry, always thinking, tomorrow's going to be good, God willing. But look at the flip side. People caught up in scams, fraud, dirty deals, always stressed, always sick. Even in their sleep they're anxious, always tormented deep down. The point is, always seek what's halal. And like I always say, life doesn't give you just one shot. It gives you plenty of chances. Think it over. If you made it this far with me, don't forget to drop a nice comment. Think it over. God be with you all.